11th was Jaden Hamilton, 12th was Cody Fournier, 13th was Kenny Spencer, rounding out the field at 14th, it was Mike Brightman. Well, what a way to kick off the Seekonk drive for the Cup here tonight. Kevin's on his way down. He'll talk with our podium finishers here in our Pro Stock division.
Well, there was no denying Dylan Estrella had the car to beat tonight. Fired off the restarts perfectly each and every time. And finds himself carrying the checkered flag for the second time in 2025. With the 6, here he is climbing out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. How about a round of applause, Dylan Estrella. Well, I don't think you ruined anything tonight, Dylan. This car was money tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the start spot definitely helps out huge, but man, this thing was unbelievable, man. But I mean, I'm a driver. I got some things I want to change a little bit, just a little bit, to see if it'll get a little bit better. But
I got some guys in the pits that are going to tell you to close that mouth of yours.
Hey, I'm the one with the steering wheel, though, so.
This thing fired off on the restarts perfectly each time on the outside. Did at any point you think of trying the inside on the restart?
No, it's just, there's just no bottom groove here anymore. If you got the outside going into 1 and 2, you can control the guy all day long. 3 and 4 kind of has started to even out this year. And if you kind of just keep whatever you gain in 1 and 2, if you keep that going to 3 and 4, you're going to get them coming back around, hopefully. As long as the guy doesn't drive into you. And I mean, everyone that was on the bottom of me today, man, ran me with respect. And that's exactly how we should be racing.
It's got to feel real good kicking off the Seekonk chase for the Cup with a win.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty awesome. Big thank you to Big Jeff, Dad, Jim, Mike, Roy, Everett's Auto Parts, Everett's Tire Center, Jane R. Precast, Brittany, Mom, Millie, she went to bed, which kind of sucks. I don't have a picture with her, but my wife, everybody that comes out in the backstretch, Jeff, Jackie, Scott, everybody, thank you. I know I'm forgetting people, I always do.
That's okay. If you remember your sister this time, congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane. Win number 2 for former champion Dylan Estrella. David, a great run for second tonight. You know, it's not bad. You started off out here, you're finishing out here as well.
Yeah, you know, one spot short, but congrats to Dylan that he had a fast car. We were just a tick too tight all day. Really tried to get it out. Couldn't. We thought we had it for the feature. It wasn't any better. And then I think I had a motor issue about 3 to go, and all of a sudden it sounded a lot different.
Well, they're not supposed to sound different with 3 laps to go, but you got to feel real good coming out, kicking off the championship chase with the 2nd place tonight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, top 5, cars in one piece. It's always a good run. You know, the championship thing, that's another deal. These guys can fight for that. We'll show up every week, try to win some races.
Then if it falls, it falls.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank Waterwiz Water Park. Hopefully for our month of October, we'll have Hallowiz haunted event. Come stop down, see our, there's a festival for kids, and then there's a haunt for people that like the scary stuff. So come and see us. Got to thank Jeff Bellier for all the hard work. I mean, we've been throwing the sink at all these cars that we brought this year. We wrecked one and don't have parts, so we bring a different one. But fortunately, we have 2. I got to thank Seekonk Grand Prix, my dad, for all he does. Gary Johnson, Bristol Toyota, the whole crew, and again, Ronnie Pond for his induction into the Seekonk Speedway Wall of Fame. I mean, you know, what can I say? He's the greatest, probably the greatest crew chief to do it here at Seekonk Speedway, and, you know, in New England.
Congratulations, great run. Second place to Dave Darling, and finishing third. Passed the wand test, it appears. But Jacob, you really had to work for that third place tonight.
Yeah, for sure. It was a tick too tight on the bottom and to get free off, so we're firing that all day. And, you know, Vinny ran it clean. Thanks for him. We had a good battle, I think, for the last 20 laps. It was between me and him, and that outfits us a tick better than the bottom, so we were able to hold him off. But yeah, this playoff format's definitely going to be cool. I think we're still leading him by one. Dylan had a great run tonight. He was too fast. But huge thank you to Timmy Potter, my uncle, all my sponsors. My crew that came out tonight at Seekonk Speedway.
Pretty good weekend for you, a first, a second, and a third. Not a bad way to go home tonight.
Yeah, definitely not. We're going to come back even better, so.
Great run, third place. How about a round of applause for our podium finishers? Finishing third, Jacob Burns. Second to Dave Darling. And back in victory lane for the second time this year, Dylan Estrella. That's all we've got for you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank IBEW 90, Local 99 Electricians Union for joining us here tonight. I hope they all had a good time. The racing here, well, when it was happening, it was fantastic. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight. Congratulations to Johnny Tripp and Ronnie Pond, two great gentlemen to be inducted into the Seekonk Speedway Wall of Fame. Next week, we cut it down from 6 to 4. So join us one more time as we continue to celebrate our 80th anniversary. On behalf of the staff and management of the Seekonk Speedway, and for the family related to Anthony and Irene Vendetti, for Miles, I'm Kevin Tate. Thank you for joining us here tonight. A big thank you to Freddie Estelle and Dave Darling for helping us with the induction tonight. I'm Kevin Tate. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Drive carefully, and remember to support those who support the sport.